Hi everyone, it's Carrie from Just Carry On, and today I wanted to just show some of the preschool materials that I've gotten from Abeka for my, he's now 3-year-old, turning 4, son. First I want to say that I did not purchase the preschool curriculum. I just got some of these materials, and I'm going to say which we have used and which we haven't, and which I recommend, and which you could probably just get away with not using. And so let's just get right into it. So let's first talk about their 2- and 3-year-old workbooks. So here is Learning Numbers with Button Bears for 2-year-olds, and then Numbers and Skills with Button Bears for 2s and 3s. And so I will just flip through these. Some of these are not, I got them unbound. Some of them are missing pages because I was actually, I took some of these pages out. And so most of them, it just has the numbers, and it has like something for you to color. So like color 3 worms over here. So you can kind of get an idea that pretty much everything is coloring. And it just goes, I believe this goes up to 10. There are a few pages missing from here because my son did do them, or they're just floating around somewhere, but for the most part, we didn't really do this workbook because my son was just not that interested in coloring that much. He likes to color, but not that much. And so it's almost the same thing with this one, Number and Skills, which goes, I think, maybe up to 15 or 20, I'm not sure. These have a few other activities besides just coloring, but it's mostly coloring, really. So wait, let me see. Oh well, let's look for another one. So here there's like a matching one, which is pretty easy. So I guess they have a few things that are not coloring, but a lot of it is still coloring. And honestly, by the time that I got this, my son already knew his numbers. He already knew how to count, and this was just too easy for him. So if you have a child that really likes to color and is still working on those numbers, then maybe this is a good buy for you, but it just didn't work out for me and my son. Continuing with the math theme, I did get the number concept cards, which are these. They have a number. I did not cut these perfectly. I should have used a paper cutter, but I didn't. But anyway, they go from 1 to 20. Oh, that's out of order. The other side has a picture of corresponding to that number. So for example, for 20, like you might have saw, there are 20 balls, and I kind of like the fact that they make it a little bit easier to count because each row of balls is a different color. So it's easier to track which line you're on when you are pretty young. And this also, I think that this goes until K4, K5. So we're still using these. Little Pablo still likes to count them. So, he does do that. And we play a little game where he just picks a random card while he's closing his eyes, and he has to count it. And then he'll count them, and then he'll flip it to see if he's right. So he really likes that one. Now the next thing, which I really love, is the Animal Alphabet Friends. And so I'm going to just take everything out of here. This has each letter with a corresponding animal. So Alexander Alligator. And then you can sing a little song with it. Alexander Alligator, Alexander Alligator, A says ah, 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 ah. Apple, Adam, Africa, astronaut and acrobat, A says ah, 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 ah. And so that's just a little fun song for them. So you have like other A words here, and then you flip this over and you have a little lesson on alligators. You have questions, and then you even have handwriting for the letter A, which incorporates Alexander Alligator. My son really loves these little lessons, and it stuck with him. A lot of these have stuck with him, and he's been remembering a lot of these. And I've really seen a difference. We started this, what was it? Maybe in September of 2019. We don't really have a set like homeschool schedule right now, like from September to June. We're just kind of doing it all year round right now. So we're really still doing homeschool. I mean, just kind of at a relaxed pace. And so he really enjoys these. And I see the difference of him in September versus now, in that he's remembering so much more. And so they have B, Betsy B, Connie Cow, and I'll just do a quick flip through. So that is Animal Alphabet, friends. They also have a corresponding workbook that goes with this, which is letters and sounds for 3s. The problem for me is that most of these are pretty much the same as what you find in the Animal Alphabet, friends. You're supposed to trace it, you're supposed to say the sounds, go over the sounds again. You're supposed to maybe put some beans or like some manipulatives on the letters so that they can kind of get an idea of doing handwriting. But my son was definitely not into that, and he wanted to do, we did like a different handwriting. So I'll just flip through this really quick. Let's see. Can see a lot of them is pretty much the same as, there goes something falling. And they do have some books that you can cut out, and they have like a few other activities too, but I don't know, we just never got around to it because it was kind of a repeat for us, and we also were doing some other handwriting things, so we just didn't end up doing this. Another thing I have are these picture alphabet cards and the mini alphabet cards. I'm not sure that these are part of the preschool curriculum or anything like that, but my sister did Abeka with her children through kindergarten and first grade. So she had these, and so she gave them to me. She passed them down for my son, and so we have been able to use them. So they have, for the pictures, they have the letter, the uppercase, the lowercase, and pictures on the back. So what Abeka does is, for vowels, they ask you they focus on the vowel in the middle of the word. So hat, you hear the A, so that's why they do that. For the other letters, the consonants, things that start with that consonant. So I'll just show you just a few of those. These are the mini alphabet cards. I think we have 2 sets of these, so if some of these repeat, that's because we have 2 sets of them, and we do matching games, and we do go fish with these letters, and we just have a lot of fun with these. So that's what we have. Thank you to my sister for that one. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so another thing is the language development. I really love this thing. These are the visuals. They have so many visuals. So here is an astronaut, There's Africa, and I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I actually made a whole video that I flipped through every single visual, and so these have visuals, and let's see. Let me look for a different one. Okay, so like for here, this is the colors one. It comes, you also have to get the teacher's manual, which is this one, and then here's the table of contents. Let's find the colors one. Here we go. This is what color is it. So you show your child this visual while you read this lesson to him or her. And then it has questions at the end. It comes with like 76 visuals, and it goes through the whole alphabet. And my son just loves this. We do this over breakfast, and I show him the picture. And because I am visually impaired and he's visually impaired, I actually, take a picture of this and scan it onto my phone. That way I can enlarge it on my phone and I can read it to him easily, and he can see the picture by himself. And it's very large, and so he can see it with a lot of detail. It is bigger than the 8.5 by 11, maybe double that size, I'm not sure. But I really like this, and I will link the video that I have specifically for this down in the description and in the info card. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Growing Up with Amberland. These are more visuals. These are little visuals and stories on the back, and they each have a lesson, whether it's to be kind to each other, to have good manners, and all that. And some of these actually coincide with the language development visuals, and some of them are just some fun stories that your children will enjoy. My son really likes these. I don't see this as essential when, for school, but it's definitely something that he enjoys doing. So I'll just do a really fast flip through of these. Another great resource that I did like from Abeka is fun poems and finger plays. And so these just have some fun poems, and they have some motions to them, and they're actually categorized by letter. So if you're going over a specific letter, you can pull out those poems and go over those. Oh, there's a page coming out. This is actually also for my sister. And this is just a lot of fun. My son loves some of these poems that he has learned the motion to and that he has memorized. So let's see, like one that he really loves is the apple tree one. And he memorized that, and he does all the motions, and he just remembers that, even though we did that like a year ago. So I can definitely recommend this one. Next, I want to go over child art for 2s and 3s. And I don't know, I'm going to keep these for my next child, but my son was not very into this. This, again, has way too much coloring for him. He doesn't enjoy that too much. He does like, coloring and like making something himself, but he doesn't like to be told like what color he's supposed to color something. So he wants to color like a fire truck black, and I don't know, if he wants to, then go ahead. He knows that the fire truck is red, so he just wants, his artistic self wants that. So we didn't really do that one. And we really didn't do this one either. It's for 3s. There's some other activities here too, but again, it's just a lot of coloring. And instead of like pulling out just the ones that he would enjoy, I just didn't end up doing any of them, and I will just save them for another child, or I don't know, for something. Now these is arts and crafts with Button Bear and Amber Lamb. This is different from their child art. And these ones we really enjoy. We haven't done all of these, even the ones for Tooth, because we've also done a couple of other art projects, and they also have like other, they correspond to the lessons in the language development and even the animal friends. And so we just, I don't know, we have done some of them. We've been in the middle of moving and doing a lot of things over the past couple of months. So, you know, I wish we did more of these. They are a lot of fun. We enjoy them. They're very, very easy, and my son really likes them. And so I'm thinking probably during the summer we'll just like do a lot more arts and crafts and things that he really enjoys. And here is the Amber one. There's a lot of missing pages in here. I'll just do a quick flip through and show you just an idea, give you an idea of just what's in here. So one impression that I did have, my sister actually gave me this book too. Thanks again, sister. That, you know, because it says Amber Lamb, that it's just for girls, and that the Button Bear is just for boys, but they're really for both. So it's really not something that one is for girls and one leans towards boys. They're both for both genders. It's really great. One thing I do want to mention is some of these art projects are very, very similar in between the Button Bear and the Amber Lamb. It's just the Amber Lamb is a lot more advanced, like, because this is meant for 2-year-olds and this is meant for 3, and so when you're 3 you can do, you know, a little bit more than a 2-year-old can. But my son, even if we do both of these, you know, he just enjoys it. And sometimes they actually have like a few that are exactly the same or are almost exactly the same. So what I do then is I actually do both of them, and so I do one for me and I do one for him. Like, I think, if I remember, there was like a Larry lion mask or something. So we both did one, and so we both had a lot of fun, like, you know, having our Larry lion mask and going around and playing with that. So that's just something that he enjoys. And so that is pretty much it. Again, I didn't get the homeschool curriculum guide. I just don't think I need it for this age. Little Pablo is going to go into K4 next year. I already have the K4 teacher's guide for that. I don't think that I'll be following it because a lot of the material he already knows. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing. At this point, he's already reading CVC words. He already knows a few of the Abeka phonics rules, like CK and SS, and, like, you know, very, very simple things. I do want him to have a good foundation, so I'm going to do K4 instead of jumping into K5, especially because he's just going to be turning 4. But I am planning to see how he does with like an accelerated version of K4, because I don't know about you, but my son, when we go too slow, he just gets tired and he doesn't want to do it. But when we go too fast, he doesn't, you know, that's not good either. I want to keep him interested while not pushing him too much, if that makes any sense to any of you. And sorry, I'm just going on and on. But anyway, that is what we did for preschool, and we're still doing some of these arts and crafts things, and we're still going over some of the language development. And he actually doesn't mind reviewing some of them. He likes to go back over like the different pictures and the different animals and the different subjects that we talked about. And I hear him waking up, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up down below and hit that subscribe button if you want more homeschool things and educational tools and toys and materials for kids. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.